Good morning, traders. Jefferson Fossey here with Walls Trading. Today's video is going to be a little bit short. It's Friday, November 14th. Today's WASDE day, and today's video is sponsored by Metra, the train folks that couldn't decided not to send the trains this morning. Here, really appreciate making me late for work here. Please keep in mind that futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk. Certainly not suitable for all investors or producers. So let's take a look here. Cattle had a really bearish day here yesterday. Fat cattle for February down $6. January feeders were down $9. The back months were all down. Limit there, not a particularly strong sign there. Still within Monday's trading range here, both on fats and feeders, but bearish momentum, very bearish close here yesterday. Expect the market to probably push lower here today, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Same thing here with hogs, failing away from the 200-day moving average here on Tuesday. Big bearish day here on Wednesday, down $1.70. Yesterday down $2.67. Lowest close we've had. Got to go all the way back here to April 25th. Yeah, hog market looks heavy. It's been down all week though. It's been down for a month and a half now. Certainly due for a little bit of profit taking, but stochastics is not oversold, so hogs may have another leg lower. Grain markets here, big bullish day here yesterday for the corn, jumping 6 1/4 here, closing well above that 200-day moving average, something the market hasn't done here since, well, early June of this year. It'll be interesting to see if we can stay up above it here. Today is WASDE day, and even though I've got estimates here for the data, or what everyone, kind of the analysts out there kind of expect to see, nobody knows what the USDA is going to say and have no idea how the market's going to react. Anybody that tells you otherwise is lying to you. Yeah, no, it's not always a bullish number here. This is not a typical year. We did not have reports, obviously, in October, but the November report generally, the last decade or so, it's only rallied three times here because of this November report. So I'm not particularly optimistic that it's going to be very, very bullish, but hopefully I'm wrong here. Same thing with soybeans. They jumped 13 1/4 yesterday, closed 11.47 here for the January. This morning they're up a little bit here, a penny and a half higher, 11.48 half. 11.50 is going to be a nice big fat round resistance. If the data is bullish, beans can and corn can and will kind of jump here quite a bit. Soy meal's unchanged here today after adding $6.90 here yesterday. Pretty bullish day there. Same thing applies for that. Everybody's waiting to see what the WASDE is going to say at 11 o'clock. January bean oil's up 22 here this morning. Yesterday down about 37 here, closing underneath that 50-day moving average. We're back below the 5-day here as well. Bean oil doesn't have much of a trend compared to corn, soybeans, soy meal, etc. It's been sideways really for the last month and a half here. Chicago wheat here, looking at March, and there we go. Up 4 1/4 here this morning. It's been sideways really the last 3 days. Hasn't gone anywhere. 551 3/4 on Tuesday. 552 1/2 on Wednesday, 552 1/4 here on Thursday for our closing prices, holding up above that 100-day moving average. Also waiting to see what the WASDE is going to say here as far as that. Wheat, it's more about the ending stocks, not about the production numbers here currently. KC wheat's up 3 3/4 here in the March, back up above that 100-day moving average here. I like the fact that the market went through it, retraced just a little bit, and now we're pushing back higher. I think the wheat market's starting to make a bullish turn here. Other markets that I've got new signals in here. March sugar's turning higher here today, up 33, 14.77. You've got the 5 and 10-day moving average making a bullish crossover there. Upside resistance would be about 15.50, big fat round number, maybe even 15.60 or so, where you've got that 50-day moving average. Also have a new signal here in the coffee market, down 8.55 here this morning, breaking below that 50-day moving average. Has not traded below that since early August here. That I think is a bearish sign. An awful lot of resistance up here. Spike high, fail. Spike high, fail. Not really a spike high, but now we've been failing hard the last 3 days from a technical point of view. Coffee market looks like it wants to go down. And the only other signal I've got here today in the markets that I watch is in the E-Mini S&P. I'm going to go ahead and ignore this. This is the 5 and 10-day moving average is actually making a bullish crossover here, but the S&P was down 115 yesterday. It's down another 70 here before half an hour before the market opens. All the indexes look very weak. NASDAQ's down about 400 here this morning. Dow's futures already down 330 after dropping 821 here yesterday. And the Russell are currently trading below that 100-day moving average. Big broad index, big broad market of stocks. Things might be turning bearish here in the stock indexes in the short term. I appreciate you guys listening. I will, stay tuned. You have any questions, comments? Talk to you guys next week.